Breaking down Dogecoin here. So big bull push recently for all the cryptos since October 19th. You can see been pretty much straight up. Is now retesting this daily moving average and has rejected it. It's going to be about 3 times if you include right now. So, but I do think it's going to end up breaking above this and becoming, for real, like more longer term bullish. But we might be looking for a pullback. So I'm going to break this down in a small time frame, see if we can maybe figure out a trade. You can see it's been super bullish, just straight up pretty much. So first things first, I'm going to look at some areas of liquidity that we might want to keep in mind. Some whole numbers, price loves whole numbers. There's an area right here. See price kind of held and then finally broke and then came, tested, finally broke. So right around, we'll call it 7,200. It's really like 7 cents, but let's call it 7,200 so we don't get too confused with the decimal places. So that is most likely where price is heading. It even though price rejected this moving average the last couple days, it looks like it's still strong. It still wants to maybe push a bit. As far as our ranges, we got to keep these in mind. So on average, it does about 714 on a week, and it's already done 876. And keep in mind, it's only Wednesday night, so there's still 3 days, almost 4 days left for this for Doge here to continue adding to this range. So it is kind of overextended on the week, but doesn't mean it can't keep going. I think there's a lot of liquidity coming into these crypto markets right now. So I mean, I know there is actually. So it's really pushing the ranges. So we kind of got to take them with a grain of salt, but. I would like to, I wouldn't want to buy this yet. I'd like for it to pull back. So your 618, your 50% 618 level is crucial. So let's just say price starts pulling back now. We don't know if it's going to yet, but I can see that this zone is pretty significant. It's got a lot of price in it. You can see it's been respected before, but we don't know if this is the final we don't know if this will go higher before it starts pulling back, but we'll just go with this for now. You can see something I do like is that Tuesday's high here, and then you can see Wednesday's was a little bit less. So, and as of right now, we haven't made a new high yet. Even if it doesn't close, it still hasn't even touched it yet. So it's possible that if we're not getting higher highs, then it's going to start selling off. But looking at the 4 hour here, you can see this little area. This area is a little bit better, so a little bit more candles you can see in the zone here. So price is obviously super above this moving average as well too. So like on the 4 hour time frame, very bullish. So I'd like to see a pullback into this area. I'd like to see price come back, touch this moving average. Let's say hopefully it meets it in the zone here, and then hopefully it rejects that and then respects it. And then we can look to buy more and add to the position and buy it to the next area. So if we don't, and this hasn't started to retrace yet. We don't know exactly if it will yet. There is an area of resistance here actually, which would function as support. You can see it's hard to see on this time frame, but you can see at one point price rejected this and now broke above it and is on top of it. So that might, who knows? We might only get, like realistically, price did come back to the 38.2 and then shoot back up. So I mean that could be our retracement. It's not a very good one, but it also does tell us that the trend is strong. Really just depends if this segment of price now breaks above this segment here, right? So because then technically this is our pullback from here to here, 38.2. You can see it really respected it perfectly. So it's possible that the trend is really strong and it's going to continue upwards now, but I wouldn't buy yet just because you don't know. As far as like ranges, like I said, it's already moved quite a bit. Like on average it moves 714. It's already at 876 and there's 4 days left. So like we don't really know how much this can move. We know this is a pretty significant area, so once price hits this area, it might need more buyers. So there's going to be a lot of sellers sitting in this area. So it's going to have to pull back for some liquidity at some point, most likely. So that's what I'm going to wait for. So we'll delete that for now. And then, just kind of eyeing up this 50% 618 zone. like to find whole numbers. Maybe there's a whole number sitting in here. It's, 6.3 cents. It's not really. Yeah, I mean, this one was actually pretty good at 65. Yeah, so 6.5 cents. It's kind of the whole number right here that price came down to and got bought up from. So yeah, at this point, yeah, really just waiting for it to pull back here. I don't really see much. It's cool seeing all the support down here. So like obviously where price once was, you can just see it really has respected this area. It's a pretty big area, but you can even shrink it up a little bit. But basically between anything less than like 605 and all the way to like 570, just ton of liquidity in this area that bought this up, so it's good. It might be the new low for a while. See if this continues on its bullish run, but yeah, definitely gotta wait for this pullback. Something like a bearish engulfing candle, kind of like what we got here. This one would have been perfect, but so that's what makes me also think that maybe this is the retrace all we're gonna get. Now it's just gonna keep pushing up for a bit before we get another retrace. So I'll have to check back in on this next week and just see if we get the retrace that I want down to this area. If not, basically price might just keep pushing through this area, and we'll just have to extend this and then wait for the next pullback. But you'll get one eventually, so that's what we'll wait for. And I just want to make sure, I mean, it's cool if that, because as price is literally testing this daily moving average right now, it'd be nice if price broke above it and held above it. Then we would know that it's actually truly bullish and it's going to keep going up, and then we just find all of our next liquidity zones. I can see one right here, so that'll be like the next one after this one. So you just kind of got to do it zone by zone as we gain more liquidity, as the trend continues and is strong. So that's my take on Doge. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.